Good evening. Happy 4th of July. Um, Hold on here, trying to get, there we go. My hair is kind of messed up. So I'm Leah Doherty. I'm the instructor for this for this course, Women's Issues 908. I will do a video just about every week with updates on things that you need to know for this class. So the first thing I want to go over is the syllabus. So I'm going to minimize the picture of me. Get glasses here and everything. All right, so here's the syllabus. It's available on Moodle already. There's my contact information. I would very much prefer that you contact me by cell phone or text than email. You'll get a much quicker response. The course description, this course builds on everything that you've taken so far in the curriculum, human behavior, practice classes, research, policy, and looks at it in terms of specific issues related to girls and women. And the rationale for this course is that women and girls have been oppressed institutionally in many forms over the centuries, including sexism, racism, classism, ageism, ableism, heterosexism. And we will look at, where that oppression has happened and how it's still impacting the girls and women that we practice with. So we'll look at women's status within contemporary society as influenced by social, political, and economic structures. I'm very interested in poverty as that impacts women and children. So that'll be the first chapter in the text. We want to reflect on our own personal experiences and how our own assumptions and values were set regarding women and girls, and look at alternate perspectives. The ability to identify issues within legal, employment, health, education, any other setting, sex trafficking, domestic violence, sexual assault, transgender, all the hot topics right now. We've already talked about institutional sexism. We'll talk about assessment tools and standardized measures in this course, and how you'll intervene. We'll talk about evidence-based practice measures and looking at lives of women in crisis. So the text is a couple years old, but at this point it's the only book that I can find that really comes from a lens of women and social work practice. So we'll make use of this and then supplement it with some more recent readings. Then is your assignments. Okay, and the way I do this course, if you've never had me before for an elective, is that I break it up into multiple small assignments so that each of the 6 weeks that we have this course, there is an assignment due, a small assignment or two. And there's no large assignment. There's no like 10, 12, 15-page paper, okay? So the first is discussion forums. And please make sure you read this carefully. I'm just highlighting. There will be 2 discussion forums where you have to post an original response and 2 reactions. The original post should be 400 to 500 words, and your response should be 200 to 300 based on the questions that I have put forward. Then there will be weekly chat sessions. These will be approximately 30 minutes, and this is your participation grade. And we will do this using Google Hangouts. So if you're not familiar with Hangouts, there's instructions on Moodle set up already. All right. You have to do a personal essay this first week looking at gender in your own family of origin and currently in your life. There are a series of questions there in the syllabus. I have posted a personal essay for myself so that you can get to know me better. It's adapted from something I did for foster care when I became a foster parent. So it does go beyond the 5 kind of sections that this puts forward, and it's done more like an essay, a personal narrative. You can do yours in whichever format you want, as long as you hit on these areas, but basically it's what are you comfortable to share with me. And that's due next Sunday night at midnight. Okay, quizzes. There are 2 quizzes. They will be open for 3 days over the weekend, Friday to Sunday. They are 16 questions, of which 15 will count towards points, and they are multiple choice based on the structure of the licensure exam. And I will explain more to you going forward. Then the next assignment is a current event paper, something in the news that happened recently, and then you are going to go find 3 additional sources, literature, to better understand this issue and write about it. And that's due July 24th. Then an evidence-based practice brief. Some of you now have had me for another elective, or maybe have had classmates who have had me. This is one of the things I hope I become kind of infamous for. And this is a 2-page, fact-based, on an evidence-based practice that can be used with children, women, families. I'll interpret that broadly. And that's due July 31st. I will put examples up on Moodle and do another video with explanation prior to that being due. Then an evaluation of a standardized measure is similar to the evidence-based practice brief, but focusing on assessment tools, standardized measures. And then the last assignment is a book assignment, and we will have a final chat. This is not one of the 5 chats, the weekly chats. And this is on a book of your choice that's a memoir or autobiography. And there are, if you go to Amazon's website, and on the right-hand side, you can look up, find a list to look up a person's wish list. And you can look it up, I think, by my name, but I know you can definitely look it up by my email address, which is leahdoherty@comcast.net. And there are over 100 books in this list. Now, this is my list for both women's issues and human sexuality. So there are books in there that may not be relevant for this class, meaning that they're a memoir or autobiography from a male point of view. Although I know that there is one on there that is a male person's point of view after his partner has had an abortion. So I'm open to some flexibility in terms of what you see as relevant to this class. Um, but you need to choose a book by July 17th. And I'm hoping that I will tell you if 2 people have already selected that title, then you need to pick a different title. And if you would upload just a Word document in Moodle that tells me what book that you want to read, just the name of the book and the author, that would be awesome because then I can track who's reading what. So there's the list of assignments equaling 100 points. And that's it kind of on the syllabus. There's your grading scale and then all of Marywood's policies. If you have any accommodations, please let me know and I will be happy to work with you and Diane Taylor. If you need extra time for the quiz, I can accommodate that. You just need to speak with me, speak with Diane, and get me the paperwork. I think you'll find, if you've not had me before, that I am very interactive. I'm very available. It is not unusual for students to be calling or texting me with questions over the weekend or in the evening. I'm very open, for that type of communication. The way I build the course is, it's kind of week by week, so that you are somewhat staying in the moment. I know for some of you that is really stressful because you want to be able to get things done, 6 weeks in advance. But because of the nature of this, I do want to build it. The one thing that you can be getting a jump on is selecting your book and ordering it or downloading it if you're going to do it electronically, and getting a start on reading that so that you're ready for the final chat. Most of our chats will occur, the choices will be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm going to put 9 or 10 choices out there and limit the number of participants to 3 per section. So for the chats, it will be both sections chatting together with the maximum number per chat of 6. Because using Google Hangouts, if you have more than about 5 or 6, it starts to slow down the process. So you'll see in section 1 that each chat choice has 3 slots, and in section 2 there are 3 slots, but you both have the same times. And as I said, mostly the times are going to be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If you look at the times, and there's absolutely nothing available for you, please let me know as soon as possible. I try and do morning and night and, to give people choice depending on if, what your work schedule is and your life schedule. Um, I can't tell you that they're going to be the same times every week because I am accommodating, my life as well with putting up multiple chats. But they will be somewhat consistent, with Thursday night, Friday morning, Friday night, Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon or evening, Sunday morning, Sunday night, so, and if necessary, I will go on to Monday, to do chats if people are struggling to get a time in or if something happens. We've had Moodle go down, things can happen. So I will make accommodations as needed. So I think that's kind of an intro to the class. I will share information as people ask me questions. That's the hard part about doing an online overview of a syllabus is you don't have that opportunity to go back and forth with students to answer the things that aren't clear. If I seem to get a particular question and I think that everyone needs to have the information, I'll either post another video or send out an email. Mostly I will use email through my Google Mail, not necessarily through Moodle, although I did send a Moodle email this evening or earlier today for you. So welcome to Women's Issues. I look forward to chatting with all of you later in the week. If you have questions before then, please shoot me a text. Also, I asked each of you to shoot me a text to introduce yourself so I can get your contact information in my phone. Even if I taught you, even just like last semester in human sexuality, shoot me a text just so I can touch base with you and I know that you have been on Moodle and checked out, things. Okay? So if you have any questions, let me know, and I look forward to interacting with all of you in this class. Thanks.